Hello everyone, my name is Noah, you can call me the Plant Man. Today I've got another cool video for you. I know it's been a long time since I've showed you around the grow room. I had you guys looking at the setup I have at my in-laws house for the garden. So, kind of just giving you progress reports with that, short little videos, updates if you will, nothing too extensive, not really going too into detail about any particular thing. Also, the garden design and how the gardens are going over there. I haven't really been going into detail or giving you guys a whole lot of information about that. Also, with where I am at home, I haven't showed you very much, but there's been a lot of exciting updates in my life. For instance, I'm gonna be a father, so I'm super excited about that. We're 5 months along, or sorry, 4 months along. I'm still processing it a little bit, but for the most part, I'm very, very happy. And the little bit that I'm unsure, it's not really me being unsure, it's just, new parent jitters, I suppose. So that's obviously occupied a great deal of my time. But in the process of all of that, I've been still doing my plant thing. I've also been doing, a lot of work with my business, a lot of big jobs. I've just done my largest design and planting completely on my own, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's a really, really great feeling. I have a Facebook page called Noah the Gardener, and that has just general updates about what kind of work I do and where I am in my career. So a lot. But with all of that being said, I think that's quite a great introduction to starting a video. Pardon my scrambled brain, it's really early in the morning, I just woke up, so pretty tired, but yeah, let's get at it, guys, without further ado. A lot going on. Okay, let's start over here. So here's how 3 cuttings are doing. And this is the Queen of the Night, the red one. This one's from my brother. This one's from my mom. My mom and my grandma, actually. So 3 and 3. Because you see 3 fills out a pot quite nicely. And I'm just rooting them all together. And then here's your, and these are in the Epiphyllum, I think. Epiphyllum genus. And these are tricolor variegated jade plants. These are Crassula, I think obovata. This is Crassula falcata, I believe, also known as propeller plant. Here you got a African, mini African violet, a Trichocereus. That's all white stuff is rooting hormone, so most of it's rotten, that part calcified, and I'm just trying to root what's left. If I can get it to root, it should grow and push out pups. And if it does, then, I have a cool cactus. Here's the Zanzibar gem. Basil, variegated basil. Aglaonomas. I believe that's called, I can't remember the Latin name, but the common name is Wandering Jew. Not the best name, but that's all I can remember. I apologize. What in the world? So I split these guys, and they're starting to grow nicely. At first they came out a little bit sad like this, but they're pushing out new growth. That hardens off to that nice green on green color. And I've got another one downstairs. These are Ficus Benjamin, or Benjamina. This is a variegated bougainvillea. And you can see by the nice lush tips, it's growing nice. The leaves are nice deep green. When it needs watering, these will fade to a very light green, almost like this. And you can tell right away, you're like, oh hey, this thing needs a little bit of a drink. And the soil's moist. This is a Thai constellation. Going nice and strong. Looks like it's about to push out another leaf anytime. So that means before it pushes out the leaf, this guy should darken off. Got a free plant from Bonnie Brooks. This is a philodendron. This is for Sky. Almost looks like a Spiritus Sanctus, but it's a Felix X Bilitaceae or something like that. And then I have another one right there. And she gave me, this is rooted, it's a top cutting, and then she gave me another rooted internode. Green on green, Monstera deliciosa, still pushing out the variegation. Probably bump up my humidity just a bit so these leaves open up and look a little happier. This is Domino Peace Lily. This is a, I was told, tropical blueberry. Sorry about that. Tropical blueberry. One of the leaves doesn't look too good, but I was given a cutting that's rooted and told that just, you know, try your best, and if you figure out how to grow it good, let her know. So I got those along with this one. I waited a bit for this guy. Variegated. This is a Schlumbergia variegata, specifically the Thanksgiving cactus. I have a non-variegated version about to go to flower. First time ever flowering, so there's only one that I can see. But it's pushing out the, or not pushing out, but it has that little bit of stress coloration. And then one flower. So pretty stoked about that. This is gonna fill out just nice, just like that. This will fill out the same. Yeah. Hindu Rhopoya. I forgot the name of this, but they're super popular right now. The variegated versions are going for hundreds of dollars. I just like the looks of it. Pink Princess Philodendron. About to push out a new leaf already. And some peyote seedlings. One of them's red, and another one's like super fat. So I might have got two mutations in one, or it's just stressed and the other one's a little ugly. Who knows? You know, sometimes I feel that way myself. So here's my mother plant. You can tell, I think, if you ever want to know the color, that was the original piece that I got. And from that, I grew all of this, and these guys. And that's in 2 years. So if I just let it grow and grow, it would have been much fuller, but I wanted to propagate, chop and prop for my friends and family. Yeah, I put some iron pyrite around this guy just to make it look a little cool, give it some weight. And then diatomaceous earth in this one, just to kind of give it some of a desert look, and to make sure that if there's any spider mites or anything that they'll die. These guys are jade plants, but they're actually called Portulacaria afra variegata. Here's two grafted cactus. I had a grafted peyote that's variegated. It ended up the graft failed, so I had to regraft what was salvageable, and they both look like they've took. You can see they're both firm and they're growing. This one looks like it's growing just a bit faster, but in any case, they should grow. Then one day I'll chop them off and root them because they'll be acclimated to my climate and so forth. And then I took all those guys and put them in one pot. It's gonna grow nice and full. And here, you haven't seen this in a bit. Holy smokes. I've got more on the way. So this is a golden barrel. This is a prism or agave cactus, also known as the Luchenbergia principis. Same with this guy, and this is a tubercle that's been rooted. Here's a Lophophora williamsia. Here's Aztecium valdezi. Here's Aztecium rederi, which is by far my favorite. It was actually quite expensive. It's the most expensive cactus here, believe it or not. This is a very nice variegated Astrophytum myrosigma. And then there's a, I forget the name of it, but it starts with an F. I think they nicknamed it like the walnut Astrophytum. I love those guys too. Here's a really shabby Ariocarpus retusus. I believe it's retusus S. I don't know the actual full name of it, but yeah, this is how they're supposed to look. With the nice tubercles, smooth. That you see right there, I was told it's hard grown, which is kind of BS. There's a tubercle on the side that's kind of going bad, and that waxy coating that's peeling off is actually its natural protection, that it can never grow back. So it basically has to outgrow that, which will take years and years and years because these are all super slow growing cactus. So basically I paid $65 for, you know, something that I really didn't want. But live and learn, you know, do your research, fellas. Here's another, this is a grafted myrosigma, variegata. This one happens to pup a lot. They have a higher tendency to pup when they're grafted, if I'm not mistaken. And then here's another variation of the myrosigma, which is cool because it goes 5, 6, 7 ribs. So it kind of gives you, in one specimen, it shows you the variation within the genus and how even in the same variety, it has some variation. You know, this one, it's all pretty uniform, right? But this one, it has some variation, peculiar, and it's also variegated. And these are Ariocarpus F. I think they're Godzilla, but I could be wrong. And then yeah, here is a 25-year-old Lophophora williamsi, or Lophophora williamsi. Just beautiful. Super nice trichromes, which is that fuzzy hair-like structures are often referred to as the wool. The ribs are super nice. There's a ton of them. They've got a nice way about going around it. The thing I'm not a fan of is it looks like at some point it got cut off by the sun and went from, you know, really intense to not intense to really intense. So, judging by the roots, I really don't think that it's ever been a poached specimen. I just think that it went from somebody who didn't really know how to care for them to somebody who did. So, really, really neat. I think that's all. That's all in this grow tent. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll give you guys an update.